was like the shootout at the OK Corral. Boom, boom, boom.
I was on the edge of my seat.
I wanted to duck. Ah. Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How's it going today?
If you don't already know, my name is Kathy.
My name's Tom.
And we're the Marvelous Donohues.
Marbleheads, welcome.
Welcome is right. And you guys, we're finishing Boba Fett today.
I'm a little sad. This is episode 7.
Episode 7. It was so good.
Season, not series, I don't think, but season finale.
The season finale. The season finale. You know what? I don't know why I say things twice. Somebody let me know out there if y'all say something twice and you get excited. But I am excited about today.
I'm excited. We're both, and I hope you all are excited. I hope you've seen the episode by now, because it actually by the time we film this, when you see it, it'll be like a couple of weeks. So if you haven't seen it, please go back
just a little bit.
Please go back and take a look at that.
All right,
and definitely watch all those episodes for Boba Fett, because it was to be really honest, it's a great series.
It was a great series. It was well done. And you know what? I applaud Disney and the Star Wars developers, a community, for keeping the story tight.
Right. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, you guys, you did it.
Yes, and the story was crisp. This one was rich in tribal themes and finding your family, making choices, and what really makes you
know what I thought? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and really, what really makes you, thank you, sweetie, a family.
Yeah, and sticking to those choices, those commitments.
Yes, and you guys, let me just do a quick introduction for those of you who are new. Tom and I started this web page or YouTube page last year with the notion of sharing our love for Marvel and Marvel Disney television.
Yep. And we said, you know what? She and I watched the shows and everything, WandaVision and Mandalorian and things like that. And we said to ourselves, you know what? Let's share this with other people.
Yeah.
So we said, let's do that. And we thank you for, subscribers. We thank you. And if you're not a subscriber and you watch us, please subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the like button and subscribe. And
become
let us know you're out there.
Yeah, become a part of our tribe.
Please, yeah. Marblehead
family. And we also want to thank our ESL learners. If you're watching and you're listening, we hope you are learning a lot about the English and American vernacular as a little bit of street and a little bit of fancy pants.
Oh, I'm the fancy pants. Okay, I thought... she's got fancy pants too.
I do.
You can't see them, but she does.
I'm street, but educated street. So you're gonna get a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Wow.
Hello, chip, and Cheerio, folks.
Didn't think we were gonna get that today, but it's all good.
Unless you want me to be Elena.
No, Yelena Belova.
Yes.
We'll do that next Hawkeye. If you haven't watched that series, thanks for that plug.
Yes.
If you haven't watched that series of our reviews, you need to go back and watch all the Hawkeye, because if you've missed that series, you've missed, I'm just going to be very honest with you, you've missed quite a lot.
I know. All these fun series, you guys. We reviewed Loki. We reviewed What If. So please go back and do the catch up with us. If one last plug, if you have not already subscribed, like Miss Jemima would say, I love you, Miss Jemima. She just made 100,000 subscribers. What are you waiting for? Come on, fam. Join us. But let's get down to business.
Yes.
And the reason why you came here is for episode 7 of Boba Fett. And I'm going to be driving today.
Give me that.
The man.
You want the keys too?
I'll take them. Because... baby, we finna ride with this.
Oh my gosh, in more ways than one.
Yes. I don't know about all that. That is not. Scratch that, people. But anyway, get back to it. Our theme today is the ending. I mean, or the whole thing. Okay, I wish I could put that Western thing from Clint Eastwood. It was Shootout at the OK Corral.
If you don't know who Clint Eastwood is, then just ask Google.
Boba Fett. Let's talk about Clint Eastwood. We're talking about Shootout at the OK Corral. We're talking about Bonanza. We're talking about every Western Tombstone. Oh, one of my favorites, people. That you've got those themes of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Or the worst.
Yes,
if you prefer to think of it that way. So you want to start off with where we pick up with our heroes?
Oh, we pick up with our heroes where they are hunkered down in the now defunct bar, right?
Cantina, our flash dance girl, she died.
Yes.
Sad.
So they are hunkered down in there. And here's where we see the first light of a little leader from the Vespa kids. The girl, not sure what her name is, we'll find out later, or you tell us. And she's like, listen. And the other kid that looks like...
the cyborg?
Yeah, the cyborg kid. I call him Diana Ross's youngest son.
I used to call him Steph Curry.
Look, I've got all these names for people.
Hairs.
Yeah, don't matter. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You didn't watch it. So they're like, listen, we've got to stay here and protect these people.
Yeah.
So Baba's like, okay, I'm with you. This is what we're going to do. We're going to come up with a plan. I'm going to send y'all all out to different areas.
Yeah.
And you're going to protect these little areas. And then you're going to have radios. And you're going to radio back to me and let me know what's going on.
Parts of Freetown, they call it now.
Oh, no. Freetown's another place.
Okay.
Remember? Yeah. Freetown is another place. They in, I don't know what that's called.
Well, it used to be Mas Lego.
Oh, okay. Wherever they are. But Freetown's got their own little town. Remember? That's why they call it Freetown.
But it's still Tatooine.
Yeah, it's still definitely Tatooine.
Yeah,
but they're the different areas of Tatooine that are owned by those syndicate guys that were sitting around the table.
Remember, there was two I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so they're the alliances that Boba Fett had. And on the other side of the coin, they got Cad Bane, they get the blue guy, and then the Pikes.
Yes.
And
so there's a lot of players in this gunfight, people. A lot. And they are all gunning for Boba Fett. What do you think, Tom?
I think that's right. Yeah. And the thing about it is, Cad comes up to Boba and he's like, look, you might as well just give up, dude. You got your reinforcements aren't coming because Cobb Vanth, the Timothy Oliphant character, we think he's maybe alive, maybe dead. We don't know, but we don't believe the reinforcements are coming.
Right.
Who are the good guys? Are they coming? And he didn't come, but some of his other allies did.
That's right. But before that, our little guy comes out. You know that guy with the big, I don't know what you call those things, the big,
the little fluffy ear guy.
that fluffy ear guy. He talks up a storm. So he tells Boba Fett. So the guys come out and he said, you know what, I'm speaking too fast, but the Mandalorian and Boba Fett are hunkered down in this burned out
trying
cantina.
to figure out what they're going to do.
Right. So him and Mando's like, listen, I'm your ride or die, okay? He was like, get on out of here, Mando. Go on, leave me. This ain't your fight. Go ahead. Yeah. He was like, man, this is the way. He said, you still going to stick with that stuff even after they dissed you? Yeah. And he was like, this is the way. We gonna die heroes up in this joint.
It's his loyalty.
That's right.
And his commitment.
Yes, and that's what you want from friends. True friends are gonna stay there through thick and thin. Yeah. So
they're strategizing, right? They're in this old burnt-out cantina, and they're like, what are we going to do? We're shoot it out. We're going to run. And then the very proper mayor's assistant.
I'm like, what's he even doing there?
Where did he come from?
He in the corner. He's like, And they're like, what? Are you still here, dude?
It just proves every loser knows a winner.
Yes.
So he's hiding back there. Oh, hello, excuse me. May I speak about... And he, long story short, is he's like, I'm a negotiator. I'm very skilled at this. We'll surrender. We'll make an agreement with the Pikes and all that. And so he's like, Okay, so he goes here. Write down what your
Demands
are, what your agreement will be with them. And of course, the mayor guy doesn't read it before he goes out there, so he goes out to talk to the Pikes. And what happens?
Good day, sir. Good day. I am here representing Boba Fett. And he proceeds to and the guys are like, all the Pike guys start gathering around like, what? We finna fight. What is this dude talking about? Listen, I'm here to negotiate. I want to see your mountains one day. And they're like, get with it. What is Boba Fett gonna give up? Yeah. So he starts to read. He's like, Boba Fett will give you nothing, and the streets will run blood with your bodies and all this kind of stuff. He's like, So, and they raise up a gun to shoot him.
In other words, no surrender.
No surrender. So the guys are getting ready to blow this guy away because he's saying all these horrible things to them because Boba Fett wrote it down and he's just reading it verbatim.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett and Mando, they got those cool backpacks. They come out and they're all gathered around this man while he's reading this thing. So Mando and Boba Fett get the upper hand, so they just come out like blasting, bam, bam, bam. You know.
And Boba's sending people out all over the place. That Black Kurstan, the evil Wookiee. I guess he's kind of nice now, but he's going out to one area of the town. He's going to an area of the city. And Fennec's going out somewhere else.
Right. He sent
wreak havoc.
Yeah, he sent Fennec out to before the gunfight that he's in now. He had sent Fennec out to go get the Pikes, to go get everybody, because she's a killer.
Because they found out, because the very proper mayor's assistant's like, I can tell you where the Pikes are. Their headquarters is at this building here. Oh, okay, great, thanks.
So on her way to do her business, she stops and she saves the scooter kids because they're
Vespa kids.
Yeah, the Vespa kids. So all the Senecas have now joined together to go against Boba, and they're all killing all of Boba's people.
And his alliances. If you remember when he developed, Boba created his own syndicate. He said, "Hey, don't go against me." Oh, okay, we agree, but they turned tail, and they went against him. So there was a whole fight. They were vastly outnumbered.
So they end up killing the Gamorreans, threw them off a cliff. I know, but they fought valiantly. So everybody's getting attacked, and they're calling on the radio and stuff, and Fennec shows up to rescue the scooter kids. She's like, what you doing here? It's like, just keep shooting, hunker down. And she was like, we're not going to make it, She's like, just do like I said. Fennec gets there and kills everybody in town. Plop, 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 that side of town. Plop, 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 plop.
That's right.
And the scooter girl, she was like, hey, thanks. And he was like, give me respect now. And I said, yo, hiney, huh? And she's like, that's all right. Go back to
the cantina. And start kicking some butt over there.
Right, definitely. And what was going on next?
So she and of course Fennec, then next stop for her venue is to go over to Pike headquarters.
Right, but before she gets there, you flip back to the cantina, and the Freetown people have showed up to the rescue. So this is the typical Western scenario that the good.
OK
what's my favorite one with Denzel Washington?
Oh, Magnificent Seven.
It is that kind of Magnificent Seven, Denzel Washington shootout kind of ending. So they're like shooting, and it's like, hey, they ran off.
And don't forget the big creatures that came out, those big force fields.
Exactly. So they're like, and then Mando puts down his things like, and he sees the creatures come. He's like, listen, don't be saying everything's all right just yet, because we got some creatures coming. They're like, boo.
And it was bad. Because they had a force field.
Yes.
Had a force
so
field.
They couldn't break through. But zip, somewhere on Tatooine, a spaceship is coming.
Yeah.
And it's coming to the little garage lady. I call her Miss Shirley Temple's place.
Her ship lady.
The ship lady. So she's like thinking it is is a starfighter, so she thought it was the police. She was like, "Oh, Popo, I better get ready." So the police are coming and they land, and she's like, "Oh, I was just getting all my licenses together." She already making up some lies, and it opens up, and she don't see anybody. She's like, "What in the skizzy is going on here?" And it opens up, and then what?
Baby Grogu. Or Baby Man Grogu is driving his own Star Cruiser, Starfighter, and it's like, what? They taught you to. That was one of the funny parts of the episode. Oh, they taught you how to do a Starfighter, to fly a Starfighter, really?
And then the robots was like, no, what you call it? R2D2 drove him over here.
Everything starts and ends, in case you haven't watched Star Wars enough, everything starts and ends with R2D2, in case you're curious.
Right. So he gets out, and she's like, "Oh, come in here, little fella. Look at you." And she's like hugging on him, and she feels the suit. She was like, "Look at that. You got your own little shield." And she was like, "We can't," in R2D2 in his own language, like, "Come on, put it back. We got to take him to Mando. Mando's not here, but I know where he is. But first, we got to feed this little baby. You want some grub worms?" A little Shirley.
Those didn't look too appealing to me, but
they did not. They did not. And then flip back over that back to the
battle.
The battle, and everything's going crazy, right, Tom?
I thought that Black Kershan, that Black Wookiee, I thought he'd been done, but he came back.
He did. He's like carrying one guy over his shoulder and throwing other people. It's like, ja.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys.
And just
I loved
when
it.
you thought everything was like curtains for our heroes, who comes flying in but Baby Grogu.
Well, he came on a
little ship.
He came on a ship, but the lady had him in like a tuk-tuk or something. And she's like, "Guess who I brought?" And everybody's trying to escape for their lives. And she's like, I brought you a visitor. And he's like, "What?" And then he picks him up. He's like, "Oh, Grogu, what are you doing here?" Yeah. And he
made his choice.
Yes, he did. He made his choice to have love and family in his own tribe.
And he had his little chainmail shirt on.
He was like,
that was so cute.
He's like touching his face. He's like, "Oh, I miss you too, little guy. But guess what? Somebody's trying to kill us. Let's get out of here."
No more reminiscing.
I know. And Boba Fett said, "Keep him distracted." And he flew off. And now he's coming back, and he's got, I call it the Kraken. I don't know, you guys. Let me know what you call it. But the Kraken, that's what it seemed like. The Kraken is like the mystical creature that lives in the,
Yeah. So Boba Fett goes away. We're thinking, is he running away?
Yeah.
But lo and behold,
he comes back with the Kraken, and now they get the Kraken, right? And there's all kinds of I won't even call them shenanigans, battles going on. Yeah. There's a battle with the Freetown, and the Vespa kids have teamed up, and they're trying to keep one of these things busy. And they're like, "Hey, go hide." And then the little Vespa girl, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and call it like I see it. Little Pat Benatar, okay? We are young. Heartache to heartache, we stand. Well, anyway, little fat Benatar was like, "We're gonna stand. I grew up here, and if we go back there, we're all gonna die. So we better stand and fight." Yes. And then she raises up her skirt and pats her bottom. No, you know what that's from, Braveheart. No, but she made a Braveheart-like speech.
She did, and we saw a blossoming leader. And took that other girl with her, and they started snipering
from up high, and they was giving. She's like, "Girl, I hunt, so there's gonna be nothing to me getting these guys. Just let's start it. Bam, bam, bam." She's like, "Chicka, chicka, chicka."
Yeah, and the dragon comes back with Boba Fett comes back with the dragon, starts trying to get to these things and do all this stuff, and
Mando helps him and stuff, and he's like, and then somehow the dragon, or I'll say the Kraken, and Boba get separated, and in comes that green guy. So what we don't know, they all. Oh, he was actually blue. But anyway, they all got these things where they all used to be these bad guys. Yeah. So he tells Bobby, he was like, "Listen, you ain't nothing special. You know, you trying to talk about you good and all that. You are not good. You know, you trying to change your stripe. You can't do it. You know, you're a bad guy. You always gonna be a bad guy. And there's nothing you could do about it, right?
No.
But, let me tell you what happened earlier, just right quick. That blue guy told him who really killed his tribe. And that was the Pikes. And see, Boba Fett didn't know that. He thought the bicycle guys killed him.
Right.
But he told him that just to get him mad. So Boba's got his gun. He was like, you can't kill me. I'm faster than you. I've always been better than you. So he shoots Boba. Boba falls down. And he gets over him. And he's just like talking all this smack and stuff. And then Boba lays down. And he started remembering all the stuff about his tribe.
Yeah.
And earlier.
And all his wisdom, all the things he's learned from him, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's having this flashback, right? And he's like, listen, you know, he saw his tribe. He saw him going through the burning stuff. And he reaches down and lays his head back. I thought he was waiting to die. But instead, he reaches up, gets his tribal stick, and he bashes the guy with it. It was like, I was like, he didn't give up.
I was wondering if he was going to use that. That was great.
Yes. It was so good.
It was good. And then my favorite part was they're still battling the monsters, the little robots, whatever you want to call those things. And, of course, Baby Grogu, he does, remember in Mandalorian Season 2, hey, do some things with your hands, remember? And he's like, so he puts up the hands and he disables...
He disables
one of the robots to be able to get pummeled.
Yeah.
And I like that about the way they've developed the Grogu character, because I think that if you just let Grogu come in and just save the day and wipe everything, because, you know, Grogu probably could have, like, wiped everybody out.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it.
Right. Because he's not mature enough.
Right.
Remember, he's still a baby.
Right.
So when he uses
the way they did that.
he uses his powers, it tuckers them out or whatever. But Baba showed that he had changed.
Yeah.
When he was lying there and he thought about the flashback, he saw his whole tribe be destroyed.
Yeah.
And the guy was making fun of that. He was like, you're weak. And that's the same thing Fennec said.
Yeah.
And he thought about it. Having a tribe and a family doesn't make you weak.
Makes you strong.
It makes you strong. You've got somebody to talk to. Somebody depended on him. And he depended on them.
Yeah.
And they shared ideas and food and laughs and stuff. And they initiated him into the tribe. And he took that stick, something that they had given him, and he vanquished that cruel man. He was like, did those moves that his friend taught him. And he turned into a great fighter, hand-to-hand combat. You know, and I felt like, I was like, okay, you know. But on the other side of town, that Kraken's going crazy. The Kraken is going crazy. It's tearing up the town as it got loose. And you know, and so Mando's like, hey, I'm going to go get this Kraken. I'm going to save everybody.
Yeah.
And he gives little Grogu, baby Grogu, to the Shirley Temple lady. And she's like, oh, don't worry. Your old man's got this in hand. And the Kraken started eating on his head. She was like, ooh, not so fast.
Maybe not.
But tell them what happened to them.
They are victorious.
Yes. Why? Because of Baby Grogu.
Well, right. I'm sorry. I thought we covered that. But
okay.
Yeah,
the last part is about Baby Grogu and the Kraken. What did he do? He put him to sleep.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
So, yes, okay. So she's holding on to Baby Grogu. And he gets away. Of course, he's always doing that. And because you guys know, when the Mandalorian's in trouble, Baby Grogu steps in.
Yeah.
So the Mandalorian was in trouble, and the thing was about to grab him and probably was trying to eat him already, but he couldn't eat through the helmet.
Right.
He threw him on the ground.
Yeah. But like I said, that's why this Grogu character is so good, because he doesn't save the day entirely. He still allows the people to have that victory for themselves.
Right.
You know?
Yes. And what happened, he was like, that one he saved the day, though,
right.
Because he comes out and he puts up his hand and he touches the big Kraken and he puts him to sleep.
Yeah.
He says, he uses that Jedi mind trick. He's not that great at it, but when he wants to save Mando, because we saw him do it again in The Mandalorian. If you have not seen The Mandalorian, go back and watch that.
Yeah, please
So
do.
Baby Grogu puts him to sleep, and then he's used all of his powers. So when he uses all of his powers, he goes to sleep too.
Yeah.
So he went in and he curled up next to the Kraken and fell asleep. And the Mandalorian's just sitting up there like that, Baby Grogu.
Doing some more things with a hand.
I know.
But it was, it was a great episode, and it was a great series.
It was.
And as we said at the very, very beginning of the series, we're like, this was a minor character that you really wasn't really substantive. It wasn't really, you didn't really notice him that much. But he's been elevated now to a great stature, a great able to see his life and about what he was all about. And it just shows the rich dimension of Star Wars and what I think that Star Wars is going to do in the future, about how the franchise is going to go in the future. There's a lot of different talk about what's going to happen, and we just can't wait to see what the next chapter is going to be. So,
right.
If you haven't watched it, like we said, please go back and watch it, and let us know what you think.
That's right. And just to top it all off, the ending is that they're walking through town, Boba Fett and Fennec. And there's like, he's like,
he's bowing to me.
Exactly. Bowing. He's like, there's excessive bowing. And he was like, what are we doing this for?
And they're offering him food.
Yes. And just salutations. He was like, why with this arm? He's like complaining in a joking kind of way.
Yeah.
And he's like, turned into Fennec for a minute and said, why do we even do this? And she says, if we don't, somebody needs to,
Who will?
Yeah. And it's kind of like he became that guy,
Kind of like in Die Hard where they say, why are you doing this thing? And John McClane's like, because there's nobody else to do it. That's why.
Right.
And that was a lot like the Boba Fett character, because he was kind of the hero, but he was kind of the anti-hero.
Yes.
He was like, I didn't really expect to be a hero, but...
Yeah. You guys, we could go on forever, but we don't want to. We were like into 26 minutes, and we don't want it to be that long. But you guys, thank you so much for watching us during this series. And what we're going to do is we're going to add this to a playlist, and you'll be able to watch 1 through 7 and enjoy it with us. Comment. It doesn't matter when you find us. We'll be here. Because that's the great thing about YouTube and the internet.
It is. It's like finding new friends and keeping new friends. And that's what we hope when you find us, when you're there. You like and subscribe and tell everybody about us. That's right.
Because we're going to be here. We're going to continue to make videos because we like it and it's fun. And we hope you guys join us. And that's it for now.
That's about it.
That's right. If you don't already know, my name is Kathy.
I'm Tom.
And we're the Marvelous Donohues.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye-bye now.